Okay guys, we're going to do reviewing factoring the polynomials. We have done 5 types at this point. Okay, the first type was when we had binomials and we had to pull something out. Sometimes we came across ones where we can only pull out one thing. In this case, I can only pull out a 7. So since I can take a 7 out of each, I'm going to put the 7 there at the front. Then I'm going to take a 7 from each. So when I take it from here, it's gone, it becomes an R. Take it from here, it's going to become a 1 because remember, it's dividing each by 7. Okay, so you need that 1 to hold the place. So make sure you do that. Okay, the other one was types where sometimes you had to pull out a number and a variable, but also in this case, since each term is a negative, I could pull out the negative. Okay, so then look at the number. I have negative 18 and a 4. I could take out a negative 2. It's going to be its greatest common factor between 18 and 4. Now I'm going to look at the v's. I have 9 of them here, 2 of them here. So the most I can pull out is your least amount that you have. So this is going to be v squared or v to the second power. So do negative 18 divided by a negative 2 would be a 9. Take away 2 of those v's. I'm left with 7 because it'll be 9 minus 2, which would be v to the 7th power. Then negative 4 divided by negative 2 is a positive 2. And since I'm taking both these are gone. So this is what that one is. Okay. The next type, we saw a trinomial, where then we have to pull everything we can out of all 3 of them. Okay, so first look at your numbers. Negative 3, positive 21, and a positive 15. Since all 3 are negative, I cannot pull out a negative, so I'm going to pull out a positive. I'm going to look at my lowest number, which is a 3, and 3 is prime, so the only factors are 1 and 3. With that being, then I'm going to check to see if I can take out a 3 of each. I can take a 3 here and a 3 here, so my greatest common factor will be 3. Now I'm going to look at my variables. I have an 8, a 9, and 11, and since they're all in M, that means I can take M out. I'm going to take the least I can, which is an 8. Okay, so now going through each, these are going to be gone. I have a negative 3 divided by a positive 3, so it's going to be a negative 1. Those 8s are gone, so I'm not going to write them down. So then 21 divided by 3 is a plus 7. And I'm going to take 8 away from here, so I'm left with just an M. Now I'm going to go over here to the 15 divided by 3, so it's 5. Then 11 minus 8 is 5, right? Okay. Now the next type kind of gave you guys a little trouble, because when you have 3 different things to look at, you got to see if you can pull them all out. Which, as far as I noticed, I see I have a U in each, okay, but I don't have a V, which means I can't pull these V's out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out U's, but let's look at our numbers first. I have a 63, a 49, and a 14. Okay, look at my lowest, which is 14. And I'm going to see, where can I pull that 14 from? Can that go into 63? Can that go into the other one? I don't think it can. So I'm going to look at its factors. 1, 2, 7, 14. 14 couldn't. I know 7 can. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 7. Now I'm going to look at my U's. U to the 5, U to the 3, and U to the 3. So the most I could pull out is 3. Now I'm going to do 63 divided by 7, which is 9. 3 away, U squared. 49 divided by 7 is a positive 7. All those are gone. I'm going to drop down those V's. Don't forget them. They still have to be represented. 14 divided by 7 is plus 2, but all those U's are gone, so this one's gone. Okay. Real quick, I noticed I made a mistake here. This should be M to the 3rd. Okay, so make that correction in your notes, guys. Sorry about that. All right. Then we came across where there was 4 terms. Okay, what you do is, this is called grouping. So you group the first two, my fault there, and the last two. Okay, and then you just do it like we did the front half of this. You look at the numbers, see what can I pull out. Look at 18, I can't pull 18 out. 9 I can't pull out. Oh, I can do a 6, so I'm going to take out a 6. And then the most n's I can pull out is 2, so n squared. Then divide 30 by 6, which is 5. I'm left with an n, and that's a plus 3. Very nicely, that's already an 5n plus 3. But don't forget, you have to have this number in here, so it's going to be just a plus 1. Okay. One of the things I noticed some of you guys doing on that last test is you're forgetting that these two have to be rewritten together. Then these two that repeated just get written once. And then you are done with that complete factoring. Okay. Now the last type you guys all did really great with. You had a trinomial, where what you would do is, remember, this is your A, your B, and your C, and this is going to become very important shortly. Okay, so that was our A number would be a 1, the B number would be 6, and the C number would be 8. Remember, it always goes C over B. So you put the 8 on the top, and the B, which is 6, on the bottom. So then look at the factors of 8, which are 1 and 8, and 2 and 4. Not many to go. And we can already look and see that 2 and 4 will make up 6. So 2 times 4 is 8. When you add them, it's 6. So it's 2 and 4. So then you look at these, and what you do is you write your n plus 2, and then your n plus 4. And then you are done with those types of problems. Okay? So there's a nice quick review on the 5 ways we've worked with polynomials so far.